Right, morning guys. So if you'd like to take a seated position, we're going to do a few twists today. We've not done any of those for a few weeks. So we'll start off with a seated warm-up. So just gently closing your eyes. A few gentle breaths. Relaxing the shoulders. Letting your sit bones sink and growing tall. Eyes straight back. So just letting your breath settle and just follow your breath in and out. Get your mind. Just follow it. And just dropping your fingertips onto the floor. And when you breathe in, growing your spine and keeping your shoulders dropped away from your ears. Just imagine your shoulder blades of just going down your back. So as you breathe in, filling your chest, growing your spine, and as you exhale, keeping that height, releasing your thighs, releasing your groins. And then just gently bringing your hands without losing that height back onto your lap. As you breathe in, taking your hands all the way up, just stretching up towards the ceiling, looking up, and release down. And up again. And down. Nice big long breaths. And again. One more. And release. And then this time bringing your right arm up. And just do a gentle stretch over to the left. Just looking up into that armpit. Don't go all the way, just a little tiny side stretch. And then breathing in to come up and swapping sides as you exhale. We'll just do this as a little flow from side to side. Just doing it gently and just increasing it very slightly as you just feel your muscles stretching out a little bit. Keeping both sit bones on the mat. Make sure that you drop your lower shoulder away from your ears. And back to center. And releasing your hands back down. Taking a breath, growing your spine, shoulders down your back. And then taking your left hand, bringing it onto your right thigh, and just take your right hand behind you. Just doing a gentle twist. Just peel that back shoulder away from you, opening your chest, and just looking over to the right. Don't force anything. And then back to centre, and we'll go round to the left. As you exhale, take a breath here. Peeling back that shoulder. Inhaling to centre, and exhale to the right. Inhale to centre, and exhale to right. Just keep going with this, a few more rounds. Inhale, and exhale. Maybe twisting a little bit further each time. Turning your head, looking back over your shoulder. Side to side. Okay, and back to centre. And then if you'd like to spread your legs wider apart, I'm just going to do a few little hip things. We've done a lot of hip work this last week or so. So if you'd just like to do circles, taking your head towards your foot and round towards the other foot. Just keep those hips going. And back to centre and round the other way. Hands just lightly resting on your legs. And back to centre. And then coming into a kneeling position. Sorry, tabletop. Okay. Wrists directly under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and pushing up through your hands as you exhale, arch your back up into a cat pose, and releasing down and into a cow, a cat, and a cow. Exhaling to cat, and inhaling to cow. And exhale. And inhale. And return to neutral. And then taking your right hand, I want you to pass it behind your left arm and turn your body around and bring your right shoulder onto the ground and the side of your head, the right side of your head, into a threading the needle pose. And then if you want to increase this twist slightly, just bring your left arm up and look up at that arm. Just trying to open your chest a little bit. And then bringing that hand down again in front of your face and pushing back up into your tabletop. This time as you exhale, take the left hand behind the right, coming down onto the left shoulder, left side of your head, and your right arm up if that's comfortable to do so. And we'll do that one more time on each side, so coming back up onto your tabletop. And then as you exhale, thread that arm through onto the side of your head, your right shoulder on the ground, and lifting up your left hand. Or you can just keep that left hand on the ground, that's fine, either way. Exhaling that hand down again, pushing up into your tabletop. And we'll go to the other side one more time. So left hand behind the right hand, and down we go, and open up. And releasing. back into tabletop. Okay. So from here, just check your alignment. Your hands hip shoulder width apart, and then as you exhale, tuck your toes and push up into your first down dog, keeping nice soft knees, heels off the ground. Maybe walk the dog a bit, stretching those legs out. Maybe take your heels to one side, just giving you opposite side a stretch as you move your hips over to that side. Move back on your toes, and let your heels drop down on the other side. Stretch the other side, and back to centre. And as you exhale, tippy-toeing your feet forward towards the front of the mat into a forward fold. And then inhaling halfway up to stretch your spine forward, and exhale, fold. Then inhale, nice soft knees, rolling up, rolling up, rolling up, arms up, looking up at the ceiling, and releasing down to mountain. So just checking your alignment here. Outside edges of your feet parallel with the outside edges of your mat. Legs nice and strong. Tailbone relaxed down. Shoulders down your back. Nice straight spine. Well, naturally curved spine, should I say. And then taking your arms out to the side. Just twist round. Just keep your feet grounded, but everything else can just come with you. Looking round behind you and coming back to the front and round to the other side. And keep going with this. We'll just do a few rounds. The back arm peeling back that shoulder. And back to centre. Just rechecking your alignment briefly. Chin parallel with the ground. Inhaling, arms up. Looking up at your fingertips, maybe a little back bend, and fold forward from the hips all the way down. Then halfway rise, stretching that spine, and exhale, fold. Inhaling with soft knees all the way up. And exhale, back to mountain. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, fold. Inhaling all the way up. And exhale to mountain. Inhaling up. And exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, pushing up through your feet all the way up. And exhale to mountain. We'll do one more round of this. Inhaling up. And exhale, fold. Really stretching those fingertips towards the wall as you come down. Lengthening that spine. Inhale halfway up. To stretch forwards. And exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhaling back to mountain pose. And just take a breath here. Inhaling up. And exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up. And as you exhale, plant your hands and step back into a plank. Nice and strong through your arms, pushing up into your shoulders. And as you exhale, knees to the ground, back to the feet to the floor, pushing your bottom back into letting your elbows drop to the floor and then sliding forwards between your hands until your chest and your chin touch the ground, elbows coming off the mat, sliding your legs back and pushing up into a little cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll take a few breaths, keeping still or moving around, whatever feels good. And on your next exhale, just bringing slowly, tippy-toeing your feet forward to the front of the mat, into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise, and exhale, fold. Inhale, pushing all the way up. Little back bend, and exhale back to mountain. Arms out to the sides again, and letting your body twist around to the right. Back arm all the way back, looking back at that hand, and then back to centre, and exhaling round to the other side. Back to the right. And back to centre, and to the left one more time as you exhale. And back to centre, and releasing your arms. Inhaling, arms up. And exhale, fold, stretching forwards as you go down, and dropping your head. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, plant your hands. Step back into a strong plank, taking a breath. And as you exhale, bring your knees to the floor, flats of your feet down, bum back, coming back, bringing your elbows onto the ground, and then sliding forward between your hands until your chest and your chin touch the ground, elbows peeled off the mat, and slide your legs back and push up into a little cobra, and exhale to downward facing dog. We'll take a few breaths. And on your next exhale, stepping your feet to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise, and exhale, fold. Then inhale, pushing all the way up, stretching, and releasing your arms down, shoulders down, back into your mountain pose, tailbone dropping. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, fold, stretching all the way down. Inhale, halfway rise, and exhale, plant your hands back into plank and take yourself through a vinyasa, and we'll meet in down dog for a few breaths. And then taking your right hand off the ground, reach back and grabbing the outside of your left leg. Go into a little twist, looking underneath your armpits, so really pushing through with that left arm. And then release, and twist to the other side. And release. And then stepping forward to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise, and exhale, fold. And then inhaling all the way up, soft knees, and exhale to mountain. Okay, just take a breath. Inhaling, arms up, And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, plant, hands step back into plank. Vinyasa, meeting down dog. And take a few breaths. And as you exhale, stepping your feet to the front of the mat and folding forward. Inhale, halfway rise, and exhale, fold. And inhaling all the way up. And exhale to mountain pose. So if you like to step and find yourself a wall, about a foot or so in front of it, okay? And then taking your left arm, turning, let your whole body turn, you don't need to keep your hips straight. And placing your hand on the wall behind you. And then bringing your left hand round as well. And just use the wall to give yourself a really nice full body twist. Feeling that left shoulder blade back. You can probably feel that left shoulder blade almost digging into your back. So same principle as normal, breathing in to get some length in your spine. And exhale, soften, round a little bit more. And then releasing back to center and taking your right hand, pushing it on the wall behind you. Same on the other side. And release. And bringing yourself back to the front of the mat. So checking the alignment of your feet, nice spread toes. And then as you inhale, bringing your arms forward and sit in your chair. And remember to check the tracking of your knees. Just should be able to see your big toe and your first toe. And then I want you to bring your hands into a prayer position. And twisting your upper body round to the right. Hook your elbow on the outside of your right thigh and pushing your hands together to twist your upper body round. Try and keep your legs and your hips straight. So, I mean, you might find it easier actually if you actually have your legs together, help to stabilize the bottom half of your body. And then releasing your arms up, back into chair. And this time coming into prayer position and turning to the left, hooking your right elbow over your left thigh or knee, pushing your hands together to twist your body round. And as you exhale, come into a forward fold. Grab your elbows and just let your upper body hang. Just do a little nod and a twist, nod and the shake of your head just to make sure your neck's nice and released. Your shoulders be really, really loose. Change the way that you're holding your elbows to the opposite side. And then releasing your hands down, planting them on the mat, and step back into a plank. Take yourself through a vinyasa and we'll meet in downward facing dog. And as you inhale, lift up your right leg and then opening your hips up, Just let that upper leg knee bend and just let that foot drop down to the left side of your body. Peek over your right shoulder, you might just see that foot in your peripheral vision. And then as you exhale, bringing that foot all the way forward to the front of the mat, turning out your back foot 45 degrees and come into a warrior one. And then as you exhale, bringing your hands down into plank through a vinyasa, and we'll meet in downward facing dog to do the other side. So inhaling your left leg up, open up your hips, bend that top leg and let that foot drop down to the right. Maybe you can peek that foot as you look over your right shoulder. Now on your next exhale, squaring up your body, bringing that foot all the way forward, turning your back foot out 45 degrees and coming into a warrior one on the other side. Really pushing those feet apart, like you're ripping the mat with your feet, spreading your front toes and the outside edge of that back foot on the mat, really taking the push, really pushing up. Exhaling, hands down into plank through a vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog for a few breaths. Okay, we'll do another little down dog twist. If you want to take your left hand this time and take it to the outside of your right leg, and just look underneath that right armpit. And then bringing that hand back and the twist to the other side. And back to centre. And on your next exhale, bringing your feet to the front of the mat for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise, and exhale, fold. And as you inhale, bending your knees, bringing your arms forward and sit in your chair. Check the tracking of your knees. And as you exhale, coming back into mountain pose. Just take a breath. Inhaling, arms forward, sit in your chair. And as you exhale, prayer position with your hands and twisting to the left, hooking that right elbow over your left knee or thigh, really pushing those hands, looking up and opening up that chest. And exhale, back to your chair. Take a breath. And exhale, prayer position and twisting around to the right this time. Couple of breaths here. And then bringing your arms back up into chair and fold forward into a forward fold, straightening your legs. Inhale, halfway rise, and exhale into plank. Right, just really check your alignment again here. Make sure that the eye of your elbow is pointing forward. That makes the upper arm roll out. Makes your shoulders strong. And then as you exhale, go through a vinyasa. And we meet in down dog. Then inhaling the right leg up. And as you exhale, I want you to bring it forward into a lunge. So you're not turning out your back foot, okay? And then taking your left hand next to your right foot and taking your right hand up into a little twist. And then if you want to increase this, you can put your hand on the outside of that lower leg. And then exhaling, hands down. And back into plank. Through a vinyasa. And we're meeting down dog. So exhaling the left leg forward, keeping the feet parallel into a lunge, and then dropping down your your right hand, and twisting to the left. Oh, stretching up that left arm. Look at that hand. And exhaling down to plank. Through vinyasa. And back to downward facing dog. We'll just take a few breaths here. Big breath in through the nose. And open the mouth and let it out. One more time. And then on your next exhale, bringing your feet back to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, fold. And then inhale, sitting down into your chair, bringing your arms forward, looking up between your hands, glance down, check the tracking of your knees. And exhale to mountain. Just take a breath or two here. And then inhaling your arms forward and sitting in your chair. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, plant hands and step back into your plank. Through a vinyasa into downward facing dog. Inhaling the right leg up. And as you exhale, bring it forward, turning out your back foot 45 degrees and come into your warrior one. And then as you exhale, straighten that front leg. Turn the back heel so that your feet are now parallel. And taking your left hand, place it down next to your right foot and bringing your right hand up, stretching your spine forwards as you twist. And exhaling down, bend that knee, coming back into your warrior one. Turning your back foot out. Exhale, hands down into plank through a vinyasa. And then inhaling your left leg up. Exhaling it forward, turning your back foot out into a warrior one. And then straightening your front leg and bringing your back foot parallel. Taking your right hand down on the inside of your left leg and coming into a twisted triangle on the other side. Steve's trying to distract me. And then exhaling, hands down. Step back into plank through a vinyasa and we'll meet in down dog for a few breaths. Just move around however you like, keep still, it's completely up to you, whatever feels good. Really pushing up through those hands. Knees are soft and bent as you need it to be. Heels may or may not be touching the ground. Important thing is keeping that straightness from your fingers all the way up to your bum. Letting your chest sink. Then on your next exhale, coming up onto your toes, bringing your weight forward over your wrists and stepping your feet forward into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise, and exhale, fold. And inhaling into your chair, really sitting low. Just check the alignment, glancing down, looking up. Maybe little bounces. And as you exhale, back to mountain pose. Well done, everyone. So, if you'd like to just bring yourselves onto the floor. You might need a strap for this. So onto your back, and then bringing up your left foot, grab it with your right hand, or putting a strap round your foot, holding the strap with your right hand, taking your left arm to the left, looking to the left, and letting that leg drop down, just like we did on Friday, the third part of this sequence that we did, into a twist. And then breathing in, bringing your leg back up to centre, and swap feet. Right arm out to the right, right foot to the left, looking to the right, letting that right hip come off the ground, twisting your body. Then inhaling back to centre and release your foot. Get rid of your strap. And sitting up. Legs straight out in front of you. Okay, you may need a little bit of height under your bottom for this. Let's just try. Taking your bum flesh behind you. Okay, so I want you to bend your left knee, okay? Your right leg can stay straight in front of you. And taking your right arm, twisting round to the left and hooking that arm over that leg and twisting round. And then releasing back to centre and swapping legs. So straightening your left leg, bending your right, twisting round to the right, left elbow over your right knee and twisting round to the left. Sorry, to the right. Just trying to confuse you all. And release back to centre. And then this time I want you to bend your left leg, but I want you to place your foot on the outside of your right leg, okay? And then just bringing your belly through, arms again to the right hand on the outside of that knee and twisting round. Maybe looking behind you if you can. And release. Releasing your legs, this time bending your right knee, putting your foot on the outside of your left leg, taking your right arm up and round, and the other side of that knee. Peeling your right shoulder back and looking behind you. And release. Well done. And just keep folding forward now over your legs. And dropping your head. And just relax over you, bringing your head towards your knees. Okay, we're going to come back and do the standing twist against the wall again. So we're standing with our back to the wall, about a foot or so from it, feet pointing forwards. And taking our left hand behind us, twisting round and planting both hands on the wall. And letting our whole body twist. Peeling back our left shoulder. And release back to centre. And as you exhale, turning around the other way, bringing your right hand onto the wall behind you, left hand, and twist. And release. Okay. So if you'd like to bring yourself back onto the floor, onto your back. Okay. Bending your knees and bring your knees into your chest. Putting your hands on your knees in little circles, just to give yourself a little lower back Massage on the mat. Okay, so arms out to the sides, palms facing up, shoulder height. And letting your knees drop towards your right armpit. And if you can, I want you to take hold of your left foot with your right hand. Straighten that leg and look over to the left. If that's too much, keep your knees where they were, but maybe pop your hand on the outside of your left leg just to encourage your body to twist round a little bit more. And releasing your foot if you're holding it, bending your knee, and then rolling back, bringing your knees to centre. And then letting them drop down towards your left armpit. And if you can, holding your toes, stretching that leg out to try and increase that stretch. Or alternatively, just popping your hand on the outside of that leg. Let you make sure your shoulders dropping down to the floor. Looking over to the right. And release, bringing your knees back to centre. And then if you could grab a brick, I'm just going to open your chest a bit. So you'll have to work out how you want to have this brick. I'm going to try lengthways, and I'm just going to bring the top of my spine onto the brick, let my head drop down behind it, just to open up that chest a little bit. You can have your brick across the other way if that's better for you. Try and relax your lower back down. And then taking the brick again, taking it across the mat, but slightly lower down, so that it's at the still at the top of your back, but the lower top of your back. And relaxing down, opening your shoulders. Relax your belly, relax your lower back, relax your hips. If this is too much, then just use, you could just use a rolled small hand towel, just to get a little bit of height underneath your back here, just to open up those intercostals a bit. And then carefully coming off here, bending your legs, maybe taking your legs to the side. Come off really carefully. And down on your back, and this time we're going to take the brick and we're going to put it on our sacrum. So you can have this on whichever height you like. You might have it right low, middle or high. You might start on one and move to another. So it goes onto the bony part at the bottom of your back, on your sacrum. Just let your legs relax down. Okay, feet on the ground, pushing up, remove the brick. Coming back down onto the mat. Legs out, feet dropping out. We'll go into our final relaxation. Okay. So just starting at your feet, just wiggling your toes around. Relaxing your feet and your ankles. Just feeling all the backs of your legs on the floor. Relaxing around your knees and your thighs, your groin, your belly, your buttocks and your lower back. And the whole of your back sinking into the mat. Palms facing up, arms relaxing into the floor. And wiggling your fingers and your toes. Give yourself a little stretch. Rolling over onto your side, bending your knees, using your right arm as a pillow, just resting here for a moment. Placing your right hand on the floor into your face and push up into a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Namaste.